Hey, Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I want to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Nrsimhadev, Bhagavan, Jagannath, Pradeshwara, Shishi Gaunitai, Tulsimani, Haridasa, Guru Parampara, Srila Prabhupada, and Guru Maharaj and the assembled devotees. Continuing on, Canto 9, chapter number 23, the dynasties of the sons of Yayati. In this chapter, the dynasties of Anu, Dhruyu, Turvasu and Yadu, as well as the stories of Jayamanga, Maga, are described. The sons of Yayati's fourth son, Ayu, were Sabha Nara, Chakshu, and Pareshnu. Of these three, the sons and grandsons of Sabhanara were in succession: Kalanara, Shrinjaya, Janamejaya, Mahashala, and Mahamana. The sons of Mahamana were Ushinara and Titikshu. So this is Anu's lineage. Titikshu. Ushinara had four sons named Sibi, Shibi, Vara, Krimi, Daksha. Shibi also had four sons: Vrisha, Darba, Sudhira, Madra, Kekaya. The son of Titukshu was Rushadrata, who begot a son named Homa. From Homa came Sutapa, and from Sutapa Bali. In this way, the dynasty continued, begotten by Dirghatama in the womb of the wife of Bali were Anga, Vanga, Kalinga, Shuma, Pudra, and Udra, all of whom became kings. From Anga came Kalapana, whose dynasty included Divirata, Dharmaratha, and Chitraratha, also called Romapada, one after the other. Maharaj Dashrath gave in charity one of his daughters by the name Shanta to his friend Romapada. Because Romapada had no sons, Romapada accepted Shanta as his daughter, and the great sage Rishaya Shingi married her. When the demigods from the heavenly planets failed to shower rain, Rishaya Shinga was appointed the priest for performing a sacrifice after being allured by temptation from the forest. After Rishaya came, the rain fell. Thereafter, Rishaya performed a sun-giving sacrifice on behalf of Maharaj Dashrath, who had no issue, and then Maharaj Dashrath had sons. This is different from the Maharaj Dashrath, the father of Ramachandra. From Romapada, by the mercy of Rishaya Chaturanga was born, and from Chaturanga came Prithulaksha, who had three sons, Bhadrata, Brihatkarma, and Brihad Bhanu. From Brihadrata came a son named Brihadmana, whose sons and grandsons in succession were Jayadrata, Vijayadriti, Dhutavarta, Satkarma, and Adirata. Adirata accepted the son rejected by Kunti. This is Kern, namely Kern, and Kern's only son was Rishusena. So Adirat, often known as a charioteer, was actually a Kshatriya, a king. Interesting. Interesting. And there's Adirata here. And he was the foster father of Kern. The son of Yayati's third son, Druhuyu, was Babru, whose son and grandsons were Shetu, Arabdha, Gandhara, Dharma, Dhrita, Durmada, and Pacheta. The son of Yayati's second son, Purvasu, was Vahani, whose seminal dynasty included Bharga, Bhanunman, Tribhanu, Karandama, and Maruta. The childless Maruta accepted Dushmanta, who belonged to the Puru dynasty, as his adopted son. Maharaj Dushmanta was anxious to have his kingdom returned, so he went back to the Puru Vamsha. This is what we've just described. Sons Pachetas occupied northern India, which was devoid of Vedic civilization. Interesting. The dynasty of Yadu. This is Yayati's eldest son. The Supreme Lord Krishna, the Super Soul in the hearts of all living entities, descended in his original form as a human being in the dynasty of Yadu. So he's also known as Yaduvamshi. Of the four sons of Yadu, Sahasrajit was the eldest. The son of Sahasrajit was named Satyajit. He had three sons, one of whom one was Haihaya. The sons and grandsons in the dynasty of Haihaya were Dharma, Netra, Kunti, Sohanji, Mahisman, Bhadrasenak, Danaka, Kartaviri Arjun, Jayadvija, Jayadwaja, Talajanga, and Vitihotra. The son of Vitihotra was Madhu, whose eldest son was Vrishni. Because of Yadu, Madhu, and Vishni, their dynasties are known as Yadav, Madhav, Vrishni. Kartavirya Arjun became the emperor of the entire world, consisting of the 7 islands, and received mystic power from the avatar Dattatreya, obtaining the mystic perfections known as Astasiddhi. For 85,000 years, wow, Kartavirya Arjun continuously enjoyed material opulences. Of the 1,000 sons of Kartavirya Arjun, only 5 remained alive after the fight with Pashuram. Oh, so it's the same Kartavirya Arjun. Okay. So Kartavirya Arjun is in this line of the Yadus. Okay. Okay. Their names were Jayadvija, Sursen, Rishabha, Madhu, Urjita. Another son of Yadu was Kroshta. And from him came Vrijinavan, and then Swahita, Vishadgu, Chitratha, Shasha Bindu, who had 10,000 lakh sons. My goodness. That's almost inconceivable. Prithuswarva, Dharma, Ushana, and Ruchaka. Ruchaka had 5 sons, one of whom was named Gyamaga. Gyamaga was sonless and fearful of his wife, Saibya. He could not accept another wife. However, by the mercy of the demigods, his childless wife gave birth to a son named Vidarbha. So here we go. Yadu, 4 sons, and different lineage. One of 1 billion sons. Wow. And Satyajit, his lineage. Kirtavirya Arjun is here. Chapter 24. And I think this might be the last chapter. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The descendants of Vidarbha. He had three sons named Kusha, Kata, and Romapad. Of these three, Romapad expanded his dynasty by the sons and grandsons named Baburu, Kirti, Ushika, Chedi, and Chaitya, all of whom later became kings. From the son of Vidarbha named Krata came a son called Kunti, from whose dynasty came the descendants named Rishni, Nivritti, Dasharha, Vyoma, Jimuta, Vikriti, Bhimaratha, Navaratha, Dasharatha, Sakuni, Karambi, Devarata, Devak, Shatra, Madhu, Kuru Vashu, Anu, Puruhotra, Ayu, Satavatsa, Satvata. Satvata had 7 sons. Pachamana, Pachi, Divya, Vishni, Devavriti, Andaka, and Mahabhoja. Wow. So here we go. The different sons and the different dynasties. From Bajamana, by one wife came 3 sons, Nimlochi, Kinkana, and Driste. And from the other wife came 3 other sons, Satyajit, Sahasrajit, and Ayutajit. From Devavrata. Devavrata. So here Devavrata, I presume. Not sure. Bahubru was born. Another son of Satvata was Mahabhoja, by whom the Bhoj dynasty was inaugurated. Another was Vrishni, who had a son named Yudhajit. From Yudhajit came Anamitra and Sini. And from Anamitra came Vignya and another Shini. So this is Vishnu's dynasty. So there's 2 Vishnus. The descendants in succession from Shini were Satyaka, Yudhana, Jaya, Kuni, and Yugandhara. Another son of Anamitra was Vrishni. From Vrishni came Swapalka, by whom Akrur, very important personality in Bhagavatam, and 12 other sons were generated. From Akrur came 2 sons named Devavan and Upadeva. The son of Andaka, another son of Satvata, named Kukura, was the origin of the descendants known as Vahani, Viloma, Kapo, Toroma, Annu, Andaka, Dundubi, Avidyota, Punar, Vasu, and Ahuka. So this is Andaka's dynasty. Ahuka had 2 sons named Devaka and Ugrasen. So this is the Ugrasen who features as king of Ugrasen, of Mathura. The 4 sons of Devaka were known as Devavan, Upadeva, Sudeva, Devavardhana, and his 7 daughters were Tattadeva, Shantideva, Upadeva, Srideva, Devarakshita, Sahadeva, and Devaki. So this is the mother of Krishna, Devaki. Vasudev married all 7 daughters of Devaka, including Devaki. He was a very strong king. Ugrasen had 9 sons named Kamsa, Sunama, Nyagrodha, Kanka, Sanku, Shuhu, Rastrapala, Dristi, and Tustiman. And he had 5 daughters named Kamsha, Kamsa, Kamsha. This is Kamsa. Mhm. Kamsavati, Kanka, Surabhu, and Rashtrapalika. The younger brothers of Vasudev married all the daughters of Ugrasen. So, Devaka, Ugrasen, these are the children, the daughters, and the sons. In the dynasty of Vidurata, the son of Chitraratha was born Vasudev. Vasudev. This is father of the Lord, who provided the proper place for the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, yeah, we've sort of been through this. Chitrata dynasty up to Vasudev. There you go, Vasudev. He had 10 sons, 5 daughters. In the dynasty of Vidurata, the son, done that one. Sura gave one of his 5 daughters, Pratha, who had no children. So Pratha is Kunti. Sorry, to his friend Kunti. And therefore she's also named Kunti. Once, when Durvasa was a guest at the house of Pratha's father, Kunti, Pratha satisfied Durvasa by rendering service. Thus she received a mystic power by which she could call any demigod. To examine the potency of this mystic power, the pious Kunti, so the father's name is Kunti and her name is Kunti as well, with this mark on the eye. Immediately called for the sun god. As soon as Kunti called for the demigod of the sun, he immediately appeared before her. She was really very much surprised. She told the sun god, I am simply examining the effectiveness of this mystic power. I am sorry I have called you unnecessarily. Please return and excuse me. The sun god said, Oh, beautiful Pratha, your meeting with the demigods cannot be fruitless. Therefore, let me place my seed in your womb so that you may bear a son. I shall arrange to keep your virginity intact since you are still an unmarried girl. After saying this, the sun god discharged his semen into the womb of Pratha and then returned to the celestial kingdom. Immediately thereafter, from Kunti, a child was born who was like a second sun god. Because Kunti feared people's criticism with great difficulty, she had to give up her affection for her son. Unwillingly, she packed the child in a basket and let it float down the water of the river. Oh, Maharaj Parikshit, your great-grandfather, the pious and chivalrous King Pandu, later married Kunti. So, Vrinda Sharma married Shrutadeva, from whose womb came Dantavakra. So Dantavakra was another demon. Drastaketu married Shrutakirti, who had 5 children. Jayasena married Raja Devi, the king of Chedi Desha. Damagosha Shrutavshrava, from whom Shishupal was born. So, the 9 brothers of Vasudeva. Devabhaga married Kamsa and begot Chitraketu and Brihadbala. Devashrava married Kamsavati and begot Suvira and Aishuman. From Kanka married Kanka came Baka, Satyajit, and Purojit. Shinijaya married Rashtrapalika, and who came Vrisha and Durmashana. Shyamaka married Surabhumi and begot Rishikesh and Hiranyaksh. Vatsaka married Mishrakeshi and begot Vikra. Vikra married Durvakshi and they begot the sons Taksha, Pushkara and Shala. Samika married Sudamani, from whom came Sumitra and Arjunapala. And from Anaka married Karnika, and who came Ratadhana and Jaya. Phew. So, wives of Vasudeva: Devaki, Purava, Rohini, Patra, Madira, Rochanal, Ila, and others were all wives of Vasudeva. Among them all, Devaki was the chief. So we got these children now: Vasudeva and Rohini, famous Rohini, Baladev, Gada, Sharana, Drumada, Vipula, Dhruv, and others. Vasudeva and Purravi, 12 sons, including Bhuta, Subhadra, Bhadra, Bahu, Durmada, and Bhadra. With his wife Madira, they had Nanda, Upananda, Krataka, Sura, others. With Bhadra, who is also known as Kalchalya, gave birth to only one son, Keshi. With Rochan, Hasta, Hemangada, and other sons were born. With Ila, sons headed by Uruvalka, whose chief personalities are in the Hindu dynasty. With Drastadeva came Viprastha, and from Shantidev came Pashanma, Prasita, and others. From Upadev came Rajanya, Kalpa, and Varsha. From Sridevi came Vasu, Hamsa, and Suvamsa. From Devakarikshita, 9 sons were born, headed by Gada. From Sahadev, 8 sons, headed by Shruta and Parava. And from Devaki, Kirtiman, Shushena, Bhadrasena, Raju, Samardhana, Bhadra, Sankarsan, the controller and serpent incarnation. That's Balaram. And of course, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They also had Subhadra, the one daughter. Lord Krishna descends to this earth whenever there is a decline in religious principles and an increase in irreligion. No one can force him to appear. Out of compassion, Krishna comes to deliver their living entities and bring them back to Godhead. To show causeless mercy to the devotees who would take birth in the future, Krishna acted in such a way that simply by remembering him, one will be freed from all the lamentation and unhappiness of the material existence. Krishna, with the cooperation of Sankarshan Balaram, performed activities beyond the mental comprehension of even such personalities as Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva. So his activities are so unique. What to speak of us, even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva have trouble understanding them. By his pleasing smile, his affectionate behavior, his instructions, and his uncommon pastimes, like lifting Govardhan Hill, the Lord pleased all of human society. Whoever sees Lord Krishna sees a festival. What a description. Everybody's so happy when there's a festival, so much celebration. So whenever they saw Krishna, it was like a festival. Although Krishna appears as the son of Vasudeva, he immediately went to Vrindavan to enjoy pastimes. Later, he went to Dwarka, where he married many wives and had thousands of sons. Oops. Just 1 second. Thereafter, he created a misunderstanding between the family members and killed the warriors on the battlefield of Kurukshetra by his glance, and finally instructed Uddhav about devotional service before returning to his own abode. So these are, talk about a summary of summaries of Lord Krishna's pastimes. And this is an idea from Garbhadakshay Vishnu, Brahma, Marichi, Kashyap, Vivaswan, Shradadev. And then from Ikshwaku all the way down, this is the Sun dynasty. There's Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughn. And then this is the Moon dynasty, where Lord Krishna appears with Balaram and Subhadra. So Yayati was a very important personality. From him came Puru and Yadu. From Puru's side came Bhishma, Pandavas, Kauravas, Parikshit Maharaj. And the Yadu side came Vasudeva and Krishna. So that's the end of the 9th canto. We hopefully move into the next canto in the next day or two. Any questions, any comments? A lot of
Yes.
names. Yes, Daniben.
But just a thought. Lots of names, and I wonder how sort of not Parikshit Maharaj, Sukhdev Goswami.
You remembered.
He remembered and made it all into sort of names that. But when you see all these names are there, when some familiar name comes up and one becomes alert, then
Yeah.
one knows what this is.
Yes, that's
One
right.
familiar name, and you sort of become alert and said that this is what it is.
Yeah, that's very, very true. It's because even having those names, and even when you're there, those names are so hard to pronounce, you know?
How did he get all these ideas? I don't know how.
I'm sure. But each name would have a specific meaning, you know, there'd be a reason why the child is called that. Sometimes it's due to a pastime or something, but very hard to recall, understand as well. So yeah, very
At least
true.
each name that we know is there is mentioned.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, one thing that Uddhava, his parentage, or that is not mentioned so far, or I may have missed something.
Uddhav he was a cousin of Krishna, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, actually you're right. I'm surprised his name wasn't in there. He would be one of them. Yeah, we can try to find out his lineage. Who was his which side? It would have been from the Yadav side for sure. Yeah.
And Puru and Yayati, I mean, there's such a important
Yeah.
dynasty.
Yes,
Puru
yes. Puru and Yadu. Yeah.
and Yadu, yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Really powerful dynasties here.
From Moon dynasty.
Moon dynasty.
Can you go to the Sun dynasty thing? Because this starts with the yes, everything starts with the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, isn't it?
Yeah. And Brahma.
Brahma.
And then from Marichi comes this Sun dynasty, and from here Atri.
Atri.
Yeah. They're
Okay.
the two Saptarishis, or the mental sons of Brahma. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Fascinating stuff.
Yeah. It's Atri and Marichi.
Right.
Excellent. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for your interest. It's so good. Okay.
Yeah.
Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.